All right, welcome to another film breakdown. Duke beats Notre Dame 86-78. A weird game. A weird game. Duke was up 14-0. Notre Dame came back and cut it to 8 at halftime. Duke pushed it out to 17-point lead with the under 4 timeout, and then Notre Dame cut it to 5, and Duke squeaked one out 86-78. Cooper Flagg, 42 points. I think it was 42 points. Yeah, 42 points on 11 of 14 from the field, 16 of 17 from the line. I mean, look, 16 to 17. I was worried about his free throw shooting at the beginning of the season. Clearly, he has found his rhythm from the free throw line in the ACC play, and also he's shooting over 50% from three in ACC play with 6 rebounds and 7 assists, by the way. So I will have a separate video on Cooper Flagg and his performance in this game. There will be clips of some of those, but we'll do a deep dive on him specifically in another video. But we're going to do something different with this film breakdown. I'm going to play the clip all the way through for you guys, and then I will rewind it and then break it down, and then we'll go do the same thing for the next clips. So I got about 20, 22 clips clipped up, so we're going to go right into it.
Back come the Blue Devils. Khaman James at the point with the ball. Proctor, Knipple, Flagg, and Maluach, 3 freshmen in the starting lineup. As Knipple finds Flagg, he finds Maluach.
So how does that lob start right away? So Duke's right into it. Lob set, first set of the game. Give it to Knipple, and then it's a 2-man game with Knipple and Cooper Flagg in the middle of the floor. Proctor's baseline, he's going to the corner to stretch his defender outside. And now what Knipple does very well, probably the best on Duke's team as a ball handler, is right when there's a moment of a double team at him, he gets rid of it. And then all of a sudden, once he gets it out of his hand that fast, Duke's in an advantage with numbers every time. So now Flagg is playing 3-on-2. He's patient. 2 guys come to him. He can throw a lob. He can throw to Khaman James. He decides with the lob, and that's a flush.
And Maluach, you can throw it up as high as you want. He'll go get it.
7'5" wingspan, 9'8" standing reach. Knipple back to Flagg, who's been shooting the 3 better of late. Proctor's been shooting it well.
All right, now Tyrese Proctor. He gets this again, set up by Knipple. Knipple catches, waiting for a 2-man game with Cooper Flagg. He gets it. 2 guys show to Knipple. Ball's out of his hands immediately, and now Duke's in numbers because Notre Dame's scrambling. There's two Duke players on the right side, Proctor and Maluach. One defender has to play both, and it happens to be Burton, who's the smallest guy on the floor. He stays with Maluach, doesn't want to give up back-to-back lobs, so now Duke kills him with a 3.
3 on the season. Burton, a tough contested turnaround, won't go, and it's down to Duke.
A lot of white shirts going after those rebounds. All 5 guys stand to rebound before they leave.
And Burton listed at 6 foot, might be closer to 5'10".
Nothing much to this one. It's just a great play by Duke getting out and running in transition. Knipple does a really good job of getting all the way to the cup, but he can't go up. So what do? You pull it back out, and Cooper Flagg does a really good job of showing himself to Knipple. Like I said, he's shooting 55% from 3, I think, in ACC play. Cooper Flagg is. So he's all of a sudden a flamethrower for Duke.
Trying to back down Proctor, got around him, but can't hit it. Blue Devils in transition. Pass. James for 3.
And then you heard Jay Billis say, good pass by Khaman Maluach. That's just what he does. Look, Duke's out and running. Duke did a really good job in transition. How many transition points did Duke have in this game? I don't have – here's the box score. They have transition points on ESPN. Fast break points. Duke got 13. God, only 13. Felt like maybe all 13 happened in the first half, the first 6 minutes, because out and going. Good one more pass by Khaman Maluach. Khaman James, 11-0 Duke.
And you got to give all the credit to Duke's defense. Pressure on the ball. They're in gaps. They're showing bodies. So Notre Dame's seeing bodies instead of open court.
A good look in the corner for Flagg.
Again, Duke's just playing advantages. They're playing strengths. This is a team that's been playing 2-man game I mean, Shire's always ran two-man game, but this year you're seeing how well Duke has played two-man game this whole season. It's progressed week to week, game by game. Just Sion James Maluach, nice hard screen by Maluach. He rim runs, he dives. So now there's a switch with Sion and Maluach's defenders. Proctor catches, and he knows what he's trying to do right away. He's trying to go downhill. And then you see two guys are attached to Maluach because they're trying to switch to get a better matchup with Maluach in the paint. Proctor goes right at Burton behind the back. Now he's making Cooper Flagg's guy play him. Cooper Flagg's defenders in the sucker hole, which we've always talked about on this channel. And now it's 14-0 Duke.
Braden Shrewsbury to do, and that's catch and shoot. He's a player you cannot close out to. You've got to be close enough to him where a closeout is not necessary.
The coach's son averaging almost 16 a game.
All right, so right here in this play specifically, I'm trying to pause it. So this is the cross screen, down screen action that we've talked about, the last 4 or 5 games that Duke has been running this efficiently. They've ran it this whole season, but here lately they're crushing teams on this action. Cross screen by Proctor. Flagg rejects. Maluach sets the down screen, and then Flagg, instead of dragging it out to the three-point line, he does a really good job of stopping on a dime at the free throw line, kind of a short curl to set up the lob to Maluach. That's just a really good play by Cooper Flagg and a great catch by Maluach, but a good read by Cooper Flagg because when he turned that short corner, he kind of knew what he was doing right away and was throwing a lob to the big fellow.
How good of a matchup is this? Davis and Flagg. And Flagg got some help from Knipple. Another Notre Dame turnover. Boy, patient and unselfish.
What a pass.
This is terrific.
Again, you could hear Jay Billis, what a pass. That's just Duke's very unselfish. I think they had 8 assists on their first 8 makes of the game. They were locked in and they were making everything to start the game. But again, transition buckets for Duke. And I'm going to highlight Khaman Maluach. Again, look how hard this dude runs. He does not get the ball here, but I want to highlight him even when he doesn't get the ball or impact a play by a defender being in the way because he does this every rep, and that should be recognized. Maluach rim runs every time Duke's in fast break opportunities. So now we're playing. Good pass and go screen right away by Sion James. Screens Knipple's guy again. Knipple, he is deciding this very fast to where Sion has his guy, I think it's Burton again, on his hip. That's a tough little pass right here. It's a tough little pocket that Knipple finds. And Sion James does a really good job of catching, surveys the double team. Cooper Flagg's guy is now crashing on Maluach. So the skip is there to Cooper Flagg in the corner. Bang. And again, with Cooper Flagg hitting threes for Duke, this offense is going to be clicking on another notch. I mean, again, they scored 86 points in this game. And this is with Cooper Flagg now finding his rhythm. And this is the second game in a row where Duke's bench has not really provided anything for Duke.
Mohammed, number 4 for Notre Dame, is in as well. Brown comes up with the offensive rebound.
Brown, one of the best defenders in the country.
James finds Foster on the wing. 5 to shoot. Gillis drives, lays it in with the...
All right, I'll rewind just a little bit here. Clock winding down. Mason Gillis does a really good job of making something out of nothing. Duke's offense is stagnant. Bench just came in, 4 subs into the shot clock. Mason Gillis does a really good job of showing himself to Caleb Foster multiple times. So if you look at Mason Gillis now with 8 seconds on the shot clock, hands are up. Hey, I'm open. Now he's trying to read where Caleb Foster's eyes are. He goes up because it looks like Foster's going middle. Foster rejects, so he goes baseline, and then Mason Gillis does the same thing. Mason Gillis thinks he's going baseline, so he goes baseline. Caleb Foster goes back middle. Mason Gillis shows middle. Now he has the ball. And now here we go with the Mason Gillis shot fake to start, catch and rip through, finish, and then unfortunately he clips Malik Brown. Malik Brown goes down holding his knee. He does not come back in the game. And John Shire said after the game, it is concerning. that Malik Brown did not come back in the game because he is one of the tougher guys on Duke's team. So hopefully Malik Brown, nothing serious for him. But good offensive play by Mason Gillis. Unfortunate injury for Malik Brown.
An outstanding defender. Cooper Flagg has 44 deflections.
9-point lead for Duke. It took the Irish more than 4 minutes to score in this game. This is Patrick Gumba into the.
And how about that? How about Big Pat? Big Pat comes in the game, makes a difference right away. Good job on Shire to, hey, sub comes in, Big Pat, let's get him a touch early and keep him engaged. There's a cross screen action with Isaiah Evans, but Big Pat rejects it, and now he's posting up on the block here. He catches, and now it's one-on-one in the post. Big Pat, soft hands, good feet, right-hand hook. Nice bucket by Big Pat. Duke's going to need minutes from Big Pat this season now if Malik Brown's injury is something serious. But I was happy to see him get initiated in the offense right away. So good job on Shire and the staff to get him engaged early.
Cast coverage begins at 8 Eastern on ABC, ESPN, ESPN Plus, and ESPN Deportes as it is tipped in.
And again, Flagg just makes a Cooper Flagg play. Nothing much to this. He's trying to go call a ball screen with Maluach, but he goes way before Maluach can get up there. And maybe that was by design to make the defender relax a little bit, wait for the ball screen. But he calls for the ball screen, and now Maluach can't set it or it's going to be illegal. So Maluach just gets out of the way, throws a lob, and he goes and gets it.
Face at times. This day has not gone the way he has wanted it to go thus far. Flagg over Davis.
And that's just a pro move by Flagg. Catch and rip, good finish.
Really improved to be an even better three-point shooter than he is right now.
And he's got 13 points and 5 assists already in this game. There's still 3.5 to go in the first half. James, lob, Maluach again.
I mean, that's one of my favorite plays this season right here. Duke gets out and goes and transition again. Like I said, 13 points caught me off guard on the box score because I think all 13 happened in the first half. Flagg throws it to Maluach. Maluach catches. A little secondary action by Duke. Throw to Maluach on the elbow extended. Hand off to Sion James. Now Sion James is going downhill to where he's reading one defender. And he's reading actually Mason Gillis' defender, but he's over too late to where Maluach can just put him in the rim. Throws the lob, and Maluach does the rest by putting the defender right through the rim.
Blue Devils get the first possession of the second half with an 8-point lead. Good ball pressure out near midcourt by Shrewsbury. Knipple handling for the Blue Devils.
Almost like a zone look underneath.
And Flagg with his.
I mean, again, Flagg is so patient with this damn rock. It's unbelievable. Like Jay Billis said, it kind of like it was a little zone on the back end. And Flagg catches. And like I said, last breakdown, when you run zone against Duke and Flagg gets it in the middle of the floor, he is instinctive and he knows right where he's going right away. He catches and turns, and he's going to make the defender underneath the rim play him. So now, thank you. It's a dump down pass to my 7-2 center who's going to flush it. Just Cooper Flagg is a 5-tool player. He does it all, and he's unbelievable at every aspect of the game.
Play Illinois. Illinois loves that bully ball back down.
Davis rejected by Maluach. Flagg for three.
Telling you, if Flagg is going to be hitting threes like this for Duke, then GG's to the rest of the ACC. Like, first off, good job, Maluach. Great contest, great block. Get out and go. Now Duke again in transition. Catch, and then just defenders caught on a screen. Maluach's guy is in drop coverage. You're going to let Cooper Flagg step into a three where in November and December you could get away with that. But here recently, you do that to Cooper Flagg, he's going to make you pay. I think he was 4 of 6 from 3 on the night or on the day. Just the dude is unbelievable.
And lost by 1 in Raleigh on Wednesday night. Micah Shrewsbury telling us yesterday at a practice, as painful as those losses have been, he hopes they spur his team on, that they show them, hey, you're in these games. They just got to do little things better here and there to turn the L's into W's. Right down the lane for the slam.
I mean, Jesus Christ. The dude is a highlight reel. Cooper Flagg is unbelievable. But here, you get it out, and Notre Dame's in they're icing this ball screen. What does icing a ball screen mean exactly? I know you guys have probably heard that. You've heard that a lot, and some of you know what icing ball screens are. But what icing a ball screen is the defender that's guarding Maluach right here. He is. Let me backtrack. Icing a ball screen is no middle. That's what it is. No middle. So the guy that's guarding Cooper Flagg, he's up top, and he's not letting Cooper Flagg get to the middle of the lane. So Maluach's guys to the left of Maluach, and they're trying to get Cooper Flagg to go to him in ball screen action. So Notre Dame is giving up no middle, zero middle for Cooper Flagg. So Cooper Flagg has to go right. So he does go right. And now he makes a great skip pass because Khaman James's guy had to drop underneath the basket for Maluach, because with Cooper Flagg, there's going to be two guys near Cooper Flagg at all times. So a great skip pass, great ball fake by Khaman James to blow by his defender, and a great read by Khaman to find a cutting Cooper Flagg. And that is Duke basketball this season.
Called for Notre Dame without Marcus Burton on the floor.
Maluach now for the rebound. And by the way, it has now been updated. The official stats monitor had Burton with 3, but it is 4, the personal and the technical.
And that's why he shot 17 free throws, because you cannot guard Cooper Flagg one-on-one, or you're going to hack and you're going to reach, and he's going to go to the line and make you pay.
Flagg having an enormous afternoon. Maluach having a pretty good day.
That was a good pass, a really good catch. Might have traveled. Maluach might have traveled, but a good decision, because Notre Dame switched early in this possession. So here we go, switching with Caleb Foster and Khaman Maluach, and now Burton's – I think that's Burton again. I could be wrong. But you got a mismatch down there. I think it is Burton. Burton picked up his 4th foul. He came back in this game. Duke goes right at him for the mismatch, the 7-2 against the, 5-9. And then Maluach keeps it high and finishes. And shout out to Khaman Maluach having a double-double, played 32 minutes. That's definitely a season high for him. So Khaman Maluach is coming on, and he is coming along for Duke. And now that the calendar's in 2025, when we're in January, when it comes February, when it comes conference tournament, March Madness, Maluach's stock is going to go bigger and bigger, and I think he can really play himself into a top 5, top 7 guy in the NBA draft this upcoming year.
And with USA basketball.
Yep. Flagg off the glass and good.
2-3 zone now, giving it a little switch, but 61-year-old man walking up to an 18-year-old kid saying, "Hello, sir."
All right, so Notre Dame's in zone right here. Sorry, let me let this play, and then we'll talk about it.
That's fantastic. Call me sir.
Flagg knocks down the.
That's the first time I messed up in this, so that's okay. But like I said, Notre Dame's in zone right here. And so Duke is basically having Khaman James in the middle, and then Cooper Flagg's going baseline to baseline, essentially. He's just going like this. He's following the ball. So the ball is now in the middle. He's circulating to the middle, and the ball goes to Knipple. He's going to flatten out to the baseline. So here he goes. Knipple catches. There is Cooper Flagg. Catch. Nobody is around him. Surveys the floor. Pulls up. Have a game. 75-58. Duke seems to be cruising. Now I have these clipped up. Duke's up 16. I break it down. It's just like 3 clips to end this, 3 or 4, on how this lead of 16 escaped Duke to where they were clawing for this win to end this game.
Did the pit the other day. I mean, this team can really guard. But they're competitive and had a real chance to win.
Next game is at home to Miami on Tuesday night. Malacco the kick, Shrewsbury the step in, and it goes and one.
All right, so let's go back. And I know it jumps right there, but it's all the same possession. So here, Knipple shoots a three with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Duke's up 16 points with 3:36 to go. Knipple shoots a three very early in the shot clock, and it's pretty contested. Misses, and now it gives Notre Dame a chance because Duke shot a contested three with 9 seconds into the shot clock. So here comes Notre Dame, and I cut it right there because their play clock was going forever. But here's the end of their play clock, and this is what this is why he's a bucket, because Cooper Flagg is like no threes, no threes, no threes. So he blows by on his closeout, and Shrewsbury does a really good job of getting closer right around the elbow, gets fouled by Proctor, and now a 16-point game turns into a 13-point game with 3 minutes to go.
2.5 to go. Burton finally got a little.
All right, and so now a 13-point game is a 10-point game because, again, I've said this on the channel, when you play Duke, now Duke is the recipient of this. When you go under a dribble handoff, this is going to kill you. But also, Maluach has to be higher than this. Maluach cannot be dropping right here to where Knipple is getting pinned on this screen on the handoff. Maluach just has to show against Burton. Burton is a killer. Burton is one of my favorite guards to watch in the ACC because he's so twitchy and he can hit shots. And you gotta respect that. So Maluach has to step up here. At the end of the day, if Maluach and Knipple are on Burton and they throw down to Maluach's offensive player and he dunks it, so be it. I would trade a 2 rather than a 3 with this late in the ball game. Instead, Notre Dame's open, hits the 3.
Jai the kick to Shrewsbury. Burton the drive on Flagg. Good pass. Alako, a corner 3, and it's a 5.
So now what I did in between here, how it's an 8-point game, is Maluach got called for basket interference. So that's how it's an 8-point game. So here we go. This ball is here. Drive. Again, I'm honestly fine with it. I'm fine with the contest, but now Duke's scrambling because 2 guys were on Burton. Flagg's kind of lost, but also Knipple. This is what Duke does defensively. So don't get me wrong. Knipple's not necessarily too much wrong here. Like, Duke stunts really hard and gets back, but the timing of his stunt just happens to be right when the guy passes the rock. And so all of a sudden it looks really bad because Knipple's out of the play. But Duke does stunt that aggressively normally, but here it really burns Knipple because he stunts just a little too much at the worst time, because right when he lands on his feet, his guy catches the ball, who's a 3-point shooter, and all of a sudden 79-74 with a minute to go in a game where Duke was up 16 with 3:36 to go. But look, I will happily critique wins rather than losses as a Duke fan. Something's just going to have to give with Duke's bench. Like, I know the ACC is weak. I know that is what a lot of people think, and they are correct with that. But Duke is going to be vulnerable if they can't get anything from their bench, because we saw Duke's legs were tired here. And both the Duke losses have happened because they were tired, because guys played a lot of minutes. And if this game goes on for another 4 minutes, does Duke win the game? Maybe. But I'll tell you what, Flagg playing 36 minutes, Khaman James 30, Knipple 34, Maluach 32, Proctor 28. Mason Gillis played 18, but Caleb Foster played 10 and was 0 for 3 with 1 foul. That was his only statistic. So if the bench is not going to give anything besides Mason Gillis, Duke's going to be a little bit more vulnerable with Malik Brown missing time. So hopefully the bench steps up next game. Hopefully Isaiah Evans can get it going offensively for Duke. He's been struggling a little bit. It happens. Mason Gillis continue to do his thing, and maybe we'll see Big Pat. He had 5 minutes in this game, 2 points and a rebound. Maybe we see him get 7 to 8 minutes, and then Caleb Foster getting the box score scoring wise. So that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you guys in the next film breakdown.